Joining us from his man cave right now on the Dan Patrick Show is the man himself, DP. What'd you think of that run, DP?
I was just impressed with Seattle overall. I thought that's one of those where you're looking at a team that peaks at the right time, and you're seeing that with Seattle. It's scary. Scary what you're seeing in the last couple of weeks. Defensively, they got healthy. Russell Wilson makes just enough plays. You always have the hammer and Marshawn Lynch. Those young receivers are making plays as well, so pretty impressive stuff.
So let's just assume they do beat the Rams at home, and Green Bay, Detroit does not end in a tie. Which team in the NFC field do you believe has the best chance to go up there to the Pacific Northwest and knock the crown off their heads in a playoff game?
Dallas. I think Dallas is able to run. You got to run the football, and then you have to be able to control the clock a little bit. I got to force Russell Wilson to make plays when he's on the field, because he goes out there knowing if he gets 17 to 21 points, he's going to win the game with that defense. I got to put a little bit more pressure on him. So I would say Dallas, believe it or not, because they can run the football. Maybe Green Bay's different now than they were when we saw them opening night. If you can get Eddie Lacy to act as Marshawn Lynch Jr., Green Bay's defense, I think, is a little better than Dallas's, but I would think Dallas would be able to do it.
And I think they would challenge Richard Sherman this time around, as opposed to just cutting off half of the field as they seem to do in that opening night game. And I love how you said, believe it or not, because here we are, even after what the Cowboys have done, in disbelief a little bit that this is a team to be reckoned with. They really are, Dan.
Well, they're a team to be reckoned with because they have a good offensive line, a good running game. You got good wide receivers, and Tony Romo is actually playing better because he's limited, and you're keeping the defense off the field. So if I combine everything there, it's not exactly how you want to draw it up for a blueprint, but it is working, and it's been very impressive the last couple of weeks.
Dan Patrick joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. Were you surprised that your one of your networks, plural, and the NFL decided to go with Cincinnati-Pittsburgh instead of a bona fide win-and-in playoff game with the NFC South for the final game of Sunday Night Football?
Well, Steelers are always ratings gold.
Yeah.
There's a few of those teams, Cowboys, Packers, and I think because Pittsburgh's playing at a very high level now, we're not sure what to expect out of Cincinnati. I was leaning toward the other way. I'm fascinated with Carolina and Atlanta because, believe it or not, once again, they're actually playing well now. It's not somebody's backing in. These teams are actually playing pretty well. Atlanta went to Lambeau and went toe-to-toe with the Packers. They have an offense there. They don't put enough pressure on the quarterback. Carolina's defense is playing better. Cam looks healthy, and Jonathan Stewart's been a big key for it. So I'm not looking at these teams like they're wounded animals now. Somebody's hosting a playoff game, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win that playoff game.
But don't you think some in Cincinnati might be saying, what's up with that? Because the degree of difficulty of winning in Heinz Field has now just gone through the roof, if you think about it.
Yeah, it's going to be, well, it's already tough for the Bengals, but now I put them in primetime, and Andy Dalton doesn't do well in primetime. But I think it'd be a tough task if they were playing, Sunday at 1 as opposed to Sunday at 8:30. I don't look at the Bengals beating the Steelers there.
That's why they got to take care of business tonight. I'm on with Dan Patrick. He's sitting in his Dan Patrick Show man cave. And I mean, if you think about it, the stage is perfectly set for Andy Dalton to get rid of that can't win under the lights mantra or demon, because you got Peyton Manning in your house tonight on the Worldwide Leader, and then you've got to go into Big Ben's house in front of Al and Chris. And are you going to go to that game? Do they make you go to that game since it's somewhat geographically sound?
I don't. No. Okay. We were thinking about traveling wild card, but I think we're doing a divisional playoff game. We'll be on the road, and then Super Bowl.
Obviously for that, and then obviously, and then if they win one of those two games, they're in, and then they're going to have to go under the lights in some manner for the playoffs. So this is it for Andy Dalton once again.
Well, we look at Andy Dalton to take that next step. Joe Flacco took that next step. We're waiting for Matt Ryan to take that next step. All of these quarterbacks, they get to a certain level, 25, 26, 27, and you're waiting for them to see if they can they can make a Super Bowl run. Not always fair to put that pressure on them, but that's how we evaluate great quarterbacks. Eli Manning did it. Flacco did it. Russell Wilson's done it. Kaepernick got to a Super Bowl. We're waiting for Dalton to do that, some of these other quarterbacks. And this is where Andy Dalton, I look at him the same way I do Tony Romo. Regular season's great. I want to see you in the postseason. Romo been around long enough that he should produce in the postseason one of these times. And the same with Andy Dalton. You've been in there. You lost twice to the Texans and once to San Diego. It's time for you, if you want to be that elite quarterback, now's the time to do it. And this is a great start tonight. But this is still regular season, Rich. I want to see postseason out of him.
Yeah, I know. And you may not get that chance depending on what they do. Before I let you go, did you get my gift, my holiday gift? It was that gold-wrapped gift that was in front of your set last night as part of your set dressing. Did you get what I sent you, Dan?
Yeah, but I didn't know if it was like the days of Hanukkah. Like, if I can open that now, I don't know how it works, how many days, and then I thought maybe I had to wait.
Well, let me ask you this question,
is it a
Dan.
Christmas present or a Hanukkah present?
Perfect way to bring this up. Because, so many people ask me, as a member of the tribe, do you celebrate Christmas in your house? Can I ask somebody who's not a member of the tribe if they celebrate Hanukkah in theirs? Can I turn the tables, Dan? Can I ask you, do you celebrate Hanukkah in your house?
The matzah is flowing. I will say that.
That's Passover, Dan. That's April. Yeah.
Oh no. We put like the nut in the matzah, and then you have to find it, and whoever gets it, they get a gift.
In the matzah.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
No. I can give you.
It's not.
No, it's not. It's not.
Is there a Seder? A Seder?
There's a Seder, which is sort of like a dinner. Yeah. There's a Seder.
Yeah.
But that's in the spring. But either way, happy holidays to you, Dan. I heard that discussion on your show today.
All I know is, but I have a guy, Fritzy, who his wife says he's not very religious, but he plays the Jewish card so he can take Jewish holidays off. I'm all for it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay.
And I would like to do it.
Okay.
I would like to do it. So if it means celebrating Hanukkah,
that works.
I'm all in, man.
I'm playing the Goyim card Thursday.
Wait,
here Thursday.
Look,
yeah,
here we go.
Where do we go?
Here we go.
Fritz!
I got backroom boys.
Yes,
So disappointed.
Why are
Fritz
you
and
disappointed
McLovin.
in me?
The nuts and the matzah. Seder?
Okay.
Tell you nothing, Dan?
That's the thin Jewish that thin Jew line behind you right there.
Why am I
I
getting
can say
Jewish
that.
guilt from the back row here?
Because their mothers gave
I
it to
got my
them, Dan.
dreidels.
Seders and matzah?
I got my
Fantastic.
dreidels.
And your potato latkes?
My potato lock.
Your chocolate Hanukkah gelt?
My what?
The chocolate Hanukkah gelt, the chocolate money that you
Gefilte fish.
Yes, that's year-round. Dan, thanks for joining. We'll see you soon.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.